Nelson Mandela Bay Councillor Andile Lungisa is expected to hand himself over to authorities and begin his 2-year jail term at midday today. Lungisa was found guilty of assault with intent to do grievous bodily harm after attacking a DA councillor during a scuffle in the Nelson Mandela Bay Council in 2016. The former ANC Youth League deputy chair has made numerous attempts to evade prison through appeals, but no court has found his evidence convincing. To expand this a little bit further, we're joined by our reporter Hitekani Magwedze, who's at the Port Elizabeth Magistrates Court, where Lungisa is expected to hand himself over. Hitekani, very good morning to you. As we try and go back a little bit and understand how Lungisa got here, what are the important parts to understand of this puzzle?
Certainly, Mpo, this all started in 2016 at a Nelson Mandela Bay Council meeting where there was a scuffle and that resulted in Lungisa using a glass jug to smash over a DA councillor. Now, that got him the guilty verdict of assault with intention to cause grievous bodily harm. His sentence to that was 3 years with 1 year suspended, and effectively that is a 2-year sentence behind bars. Now, he's attempted, as you rightly said in the intro, to appeal the sentence. He's appealed at the High Court. He tried to appeal the sentence and the guilty verdict, but he was unsuccessful. Recently, the Supreme Court of Appeal, 5 judges, they found that the 2-year jail sentence was fitting to the crime. Now, after he was asked to present himself to prison, he then tried, or he has now attempted to get the Constitutional Court into this matter, wanting to appeal that sentence. And you would understand that the Constitutional Court, of course, hears matters of constitutional or constitutional matters rather, and it doesn't look likely that he will be successful at the Constitutional Court either, but he is expected today to hand himself over to the Port Elizabeth Magistrates Court that's right behind us before noon today. We have spoken to his lawyer, who has confirmed that Lungisa will be submitting himself to authorities before noon. Whether or not his lawyer will be with him is another matter. The NPA has also confirmed this, but he has also made another application for his bail to be extended. This is pending, of course, the Constitutional Court's decision on whether they'll hear his matter or not. Now, his bail hearing, or his bail extension hearing, will be heard at the High Court next week, Monday. But as of today, he is expected to spend a couple of days in jail until that bail extension hearing on Monday, Mpo.
Now, with the hours and the clock ticking, what would happen in an instance where Lungisa fails to appear and merely waits for the outcome of that court matter next week?
Well, then the authorities would then possibly approach the courts for a warrant of arrest for Mr. Lungisa, as the instruction is that the ruling and the judgment was of a 2-year sentence, and nothing has, in terms of an appeal, has been successful. So as of today, he is expected to be spending time in jail. This also, just to also give context in a political sphere, is of course that Lungisa has been quite vocal in in support in the past, support to President or former President Jacob Zuma. He was in support of the president's opponent in the 2017 elections or ANC elections. That is, of course, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. So, and quite recently, Mpo, he was quite vocal in wanting the top brass of the ANC to ensure that the campaign of President Cyril Ramaphosa, the CR17 campaign, is looked at under a microscope, calling for the president to appear before the Integrity Commission. Now, he has been seen to be, opposing the president quite a lot and in support of the other faction within the ANC. So this, sentence and him spending time or 2 years behind bars might deal a big blow for Andile Lungisa, who has been seen as someone who was rising in the ranks of the ANC.
And very lastly, Hitekani, we've heard perhaps seen reports of him saying that he's not fit for prison and the unpalatable food. We also know that he's enjoyed a bit of support from the likes of former ANC Youth League leader Anba Mosase, who has stood behind him. In terms of the support that we're expecting to see as this matter continues, what are some of the expectations there?
Well, look, we expected quite a lot of support outside here today already, and as you can see, there's really nobody outside of court. It's pretty quiet. It's a normal day outside. But as you rightly said, every time Lungisa appeared before court for his appeals and such, he has been followed by a huge mass of support from ANC members here in Nelson Mandela Bay. He's been able to canvass quite a lot of support just like that. So there is an expectation that today he will come here with that kind of support, but he really does have until noon to present himself, and he has that, of course, that extension or bail extension that will be happening on Monday next week. So as of today, he is expected to appear before to hand himself over to a clerk here at the Port Elizabeth Magistrates Court.